This setup is so dodgy. Okay. So I will just double check that I'm live and everything's coming through okay. So if you are tuning in, welcome to Dispo Wrestling. Oh, excuse me.
We're gonna read it.
How's this for technology? YouTube. So yeah, the setup is a bit strange. I'm just trying to see if this is streaming to YouTube okay, because I always seem to, when I've tried to do it in the past, it's not worked, so just double checking it's all coming through. Oh, interesting to know that if you search Dispo Wrestling into YouTube, it comes up straight away. Well, not straight away, but... Well, it says I'm live on the TV, so... Well, it says I'm live on the TV. That's good. Happy days. I'm happy-ish with that. It's as good as it's going to get, really. I'm going to have to just quickly sort something out, though, on my editor, if I can do that whilst I'm streaming. Happy days. Will it let me? I think it will. I'm still getting used to this, so you're going to have to bear with us. Okay. Right, so I'm just trying to move my little tile at the bottom there, just across a little bit more, just so you can see it. Okay. Well, hopefully that should be a lot better now. But I am going to try and... So... No, that's even worse. So our setup for tonight isn't the greatest. I'm downstairs. I'm on my phone. I'm live streaming this from my phone. We are watching Smackdown on another phone. And I've got myself up on the telly, just so I can see that the stream's going okay and stuff, and just so I've got some comments on a big screen if I need to see them. So yeah, happy days. So if you are tuned in, welcome to Dispo Wrestling. Today is the first live stream reaction. We were meant to stream Extreme Rules and the reaction to that. However, for some reason it just wouldn't let me stream from my phone for some reason. So Em will be joining us for today. So today's live stream is, yeah, like I said, it's a reaction stream. This is the first live stream I've done. You know, I used to stream a lot over on my former channel, Joey Dispo, and this is just a completely different kettle of fish. But we've got a few minutes until it starts, so I'll wait for him to come inside from having a cigarette, and then we'll be ready. Do you like that?
It's so weird.
Yeah, so Em's just coming in and yeah, like I said, the setup is a bit strange. We've got ourselves on a big screen there. Smackdown is on a little phone down here. And we are going to be right up close, and that's good. Yeah, yes, very strange. Come on in.
I don't know if I'm going to like myself on a big screen.
I was just to test it was coming through okay, so I can turn it off if needs be. I just wanted to check it.
Should be fine.
So, what's happening, guys? It's Dispo Wrestling, and we're here with our first live stream of the new channel. We were meant to stream the Extreme Rules reaction, but due to Streamlabs being a dickhead, it didn't seem to want to let us do it. So it's decided to behave, so we're able to do it. Got that out in the end. We've not done one of these before. Either of us, neither of us have done this before.
No.
I can't get my words out. I'll try again. So yeah.
I don't mind you having it on the telly. It's easy for you.
No, it is a bit weird, isn't it? But yeah, welcome to Dispo Wrestling and welcome to the first live stream. It's Smackdown and it's day one of the draft. And to be honest, I think WWE needs this to be good. Because everything else has just been controversial and there will still be people tonight, no matter what happens in the draft, that will just be well pissed off. There will be a couple of things that happen tonight which is not going to, please a lot of people. But, so, what we know so far for tonight is that half of the roster is going to be drafted to Raw or SmackDown. We know that people who aren't drafted come night 1 and night 2 are free agents, but it means they get to pick Raw or SmackDown. It doesn't mean they get to go to AEW or anything, because the draft's in the kayfabe world, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, just imagine that. So we don't want you. I would love to potentially see a return tonight.
Yeah, that would be quite good.
I know it's not going to happen. But I would love to see Bray Wyatt just completely U-turn everybody and just come back on Raw, just like.
Yeah, it would be pretty good, to be fair.
And yes, I'm drinking milk. What?
Did the table not work with it up this way?
If it does, then it
So
would be a
maybe
bit
like back
awkward.
here and...
Well, just for tonight, we might have to make do with it being here. I mean, we can move it, but we'll have to turn it up and stuff. So, but yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have any predictions for this. I don't know what's going to happen. It's the one thing that I've never seen happen live. I've only really gotten back into wrestling over the last year and a half.
Yeah,
I'd say
something like that.
probably since the first pay-per-view of the year, which was Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I'd say. But yeah, so obviously for copyright reasons and all of that bullshit, we can't stream the actual show. You'll be able to hear it though, and it's just beginning. So join us as we react to the draft.
I was going to say, I was like, I hope we're not having to watch it with no sound the entire night, because that will be the most boring thing.
So we are watching on BT Sport. We're not dodgy people, but we're watching on the phone. So we'll keep you up to date as it goes on. So obviously just a promo about the draft and that at the moment. This is a really American advert.
You do it so much, it just, it doesn't have the effect anymore.
Are you ready for a good time? So yeah, it's draft night, people. It's your favourite phone thing.
It looks so silly.
It really does. Some of the effects that they do on the entrances and that are good, some of them are really shit. Like that little drone that just flies past. When it's like, WWE is sponsored by Progressive. And whatever the fuck this flying thing is. Oh, we've got a bit of a syncing issue. We have a bit of a syncing issue. Let me just come out of the app and go back into it. I hate it when this happens. I don't know if I think it might just be because this is an old phone, to be fair. But yeah, at the moment they're just talking about, the fact that it's Friday Night Smackdown and it's the draft, blah blah blah. Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
So we've got a rematch tonight from what was meant to be SummerSlam. Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks happens tonight.
Still don't know why she wasn't there. She's
No.
not really made her an explanation for that.
That was a medical thing. Draft is kicking the show off. So we are starting SmackDown with the draft.
Oh wow, okay. I thought that was going to be later on.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do all of the promos and that, kind of like with the whole Edge and Seth Rollins thing. I thought they were going to do all the matches and whatever was going to happen and then just end with the draft. I really don't like Sonya Deville.
No.
I am going to now announce the first pick in the first round of the WWE Draft.
For who? SmackDown?
SmackDown selects
Roman Reigns?
It's got to be in it.
the Tribal Chief.
Of course.
That was always going to happen. You always tend to pick with like the strongest ones first.
Yeah.
It's exciting though, because I genuinely don't know who's going where. There'll be some mix-ups, it'll be interesting.
But of course they're just going to start with a no surprise kind of thing.
Yeah. It's a big money thing, isn't it? He's the face of SmackDown. And the face of WWE at the moment. Big E. Well, to be fair, that makes sense. They're champions on, he's champion on Raw at the moment.
Be a bit of a kick in the teeth if you didn't.
And they've got to build it up for Survivor Series because you've got champion versus champion. Raw v SmackDown is like the whole theme for Survivor Series. So. What? Charlotte Flair's gone to SmackDown.
Well, they did say she was getting a bit pissy about her bookings. There's more women on SmackDown, it makes sense.
Yeah, but that leaves like... Oh, okay. Oh my god. Wow. So Bianca Belair has gone to Raw. Wow.
Right.
Okay, interesting. But the Raw Women's Champion has gone to SmackDown. So does that mean Becky Lynch is going to get drafted to Raw now?
But Seth Rollins,
He might get
they've just
drafted
had
to
a baby
Raw.
obviously. I thought they did that so they could be together.
Yeah, but
Family and stuff.
if that's the case, then Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch may potentially be drafted to
together
Raw.
to Raw, yeah.
Oh, okay, they're doing some of the draft now.
Oh, and they're
And
going to do
then-
bits.
Then
okay.
bits in between. Okay, that's cool.
To keep people
Okay.
watching, I guess. That's
So
interesting.
far, we've got Roman Reigns, who's coming out now to tell everyone to
SmackDown.
acknowledge him and be a dickhead. So we've had Roman Reigns go to SmackDown. We've got Big E, who's staying on Raw. We've got Charlotte Flair,
Moving
the
to
Raw
SmackDown.
Women's Champion, going to SmackDown. We've got Bianca Belair going to Raw.
Right,
Which
yeah.
this is going to be an interesting night. It really is. I could see Roman Reigns staying in. Hmm? I've tried. I really have. I'd do that if I could, but there's nothing really. That's better. It might fall. Slight camera adjustment so you can see more of us now.
That's a lot better.
Okay, we've got a syncing issue again.
Have we?
Yeah. The pyro just did that, and then after it had finished, it then made the noise.
Oh.
So. Okay. That's all that. We're not missing much. Roman Reigns has just taken about a week and a half to come out. lifting his arm high and doing that really long whiff of his armpit, you know.
Oh, yeah, we've got some.
There is no champion's advantage because this match is under extreme rules.
We also call Friday night snack. Oh well. We also call Friday night Smackdown Friday night Snackdown. So you will see us eating snacks.
Mm.
We'll be working on Monday then. Yeah, it should be, but I won't catch. It's just doing a little rerun now of the. It's just doing a little rerun now of the Extreme Rules match between Finn Balor and Roman Reigns.
Get a lot of these.
Yeah. Oh, the fucking rope. That breaking of the top rope was one of the shittiest endings I think I've ever seen.
I fell asleep.
You did. Apparently you could see the referee or a referee cutting the rope.
Oh.
I didn't see it, I've not looked, to be fair, but yeah, that ending sucked. It's been about 5 minutes and Roman Reigns is still standing outside the ring, just eyeing up the ring post.
Takes his time.
Fucking,
Time for a toilet break if you want one.
I'm surprised they don't cut to ads while Roman Reigns comes out. Oh, well, we could potentially see in the draft tonight what happens with Brock Lesnar.
Or they're just going to long that out.
Well, no, because it's Brock Lesnar v Roman Reigns at the next pay-per-view. And I genuinely don't know whether Brock Lesnar is going to be champion or not, because I know he's been signed for a year and a half, which means I think he said he's going to do about 8 matches.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but Roman Reigns, I know that we don't like him, but he had like 3 or 4 matches in a week last week. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's committed.
Yeah.
He's proper committed. But that family line are, you know, The Rock, you know, and all of that lot, they were proper committed, you know. Roman Reigns nearly 400 days as Universal Champion. Give it to Brock after this. Have him win it back in a few months' time and just not have as long of a reign. Swap it round a bit, you know, let it change hands.
Change it up.
Yeah, change it up. Leave it a mystery, you know. Have some shock factors in there, like when Rey Mysterio won the heavyweight title. You know, people loved that because it proved you don't have to be big and muscular to be a heavyweight and take down the big guys. People are warming to Roman Reigns though. But it's
Why?
taken, I don't know.
As the back of the shirt says, we the ones.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Because I'm number one.
People like him.
So Baltimore,
Acknowledge me.
acknowledge me.
So predictable.
Fucking loud pop for him. People are warming to him now, like, he doesn't get booed as much anymore. Roman, Roman. Maybe they're going, Hangman, Hangman. I'm standing there just like,
But that's not loud enough for your tribal chief.
I'd say it was too loud.
It doesn't surprise me from a room full of Baltimore
if they're cheering them, why is he just like, no, screw you?
Because if you think back before Extreme Rules, you had to say the undefeated Demon. But now you can't say that anymore because that demon ran up against an exorcist named Roman Reigns. He was, but like a shark that circles around the island of relevancy, this shark only swims looking forward. And what this shark looks forward to is Crown Jewel,
So that's what he's
which will
doing.
not be held in Suplex City.
City.
Ladies and gentlemen, I assure you, that beast will come up against the suplexorcist Roman Reigns. Because Roman Reigns will remain your Universal Heavyweight Champion, and he will smash at Crown Jewel Brock Lesnar.
Oh, Brock's here. Brock is here.
Finally.
Yeah, fucking took his time.
Asking you shall proceed, Mr. Heyman. The beast is here.
Here he comes.
Lesnar is here.
Oh, nice. He's repping the red and the black flannel.
Lumberjack.
I so dig the ponytail and the beard. Oh, the pyro is so good as well. I was never really into Brock Lesnar when I was younger, but I've proper warmed to him.
Yeah, I never really. Even when you first started kind of getting me into wrestling.
Oh, I thought for a second he cut his hair. I was like, no.
Yeah, he was never one of my favourites. He's what I knew, but he was always kind of a bit of a dickhead. But yeah, we've warmed to him.
This will be a fucking fight. I know Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns have fought before, but I don't know. See, the thing is like, I keep going back to the Paul Heyman thing, where it's like, it's so evident that he's clearly working with Brock Lesnar because of the promos and things he said, and, you know, there will be some kind of twist. There will be some kind of stab in the back from Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Will he turn on Brock Lesnar and, you know, I don't know, as in like, will he stand by Roman Reigns? I don't know. Here we go, head to head, face to face, right up in the grill. The promo stuff starts now.
Yes.
No mic though, just staring him in the face and laughing at him.
Is this going to be it though?
Probably. Oh, please hit him with an F5. He needs
Something.
he just needs to just be hit with something.
Oh, do something.
He's just like, look at me, I can do this. Oh, Roman Reigns is attacking him. Oh, here we go. Brock Lesnar's downed him with a suplex. Oh, the Usos are in, but
Of
Lesnar
course.
is fucking destroying them. What I've never understood about wrestling is the fact that, like, when two people have, like, just had a brawl in the ring and one of them escapes and they're just staring at each other, you know, and they're like, come on, it's just like, why don't you just go outside the ring and go and get him? Oh, Reigns is going back in towards the ring. He's hesitant. Oh, no, he's like, yeah, no, fuck that. He's like, that means I have to tie my hair up in a bun again.
Notice every single time he wears a bun, it falls out. He needs to find a new place because it's
Oh, Brock's got Jey Uso.
Oh, in a rather
Well, Jimmy, I think.
position.
F5 to Jimmy. One to Jey as well. And there we go. I would love to see Brock be Universal Champion and have this be a little thing for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Well, that's the Brock and Roman Reigns skit done. Smackdown is delivering tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So far, so good. I will not lie to you. It's got to be said, Brock Lesnar does look like a complete unit. Is that Bianca Belair? Oh no, it's not. Charlotte Flair. I couldn't be any different. Just to clarify, I saw the shoes. I know side by side they are obviously not the same person. I saw shoes. They did a foot up to the yeah. And in my defence, she was wearing quite dark.
It was opaque.
Yeah.
You couldn't see through it.
So I thought the skin colour was a bit darker. But yeah, so Charlotte Flair, it's gone to break. Bianca Belair is just Charlotte Flair was just standing there.
Help that it rhymes.
Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair, exactly, it doesn't help at all. So yeah, it went to break with her just standing there with her title, looking all like, yes, I'm the Raw Women's Champion on SmackDown, because that makes perfect sense. So that must mean then Becky Lynch goes to Raw, and then she then becomes the Raw Women's Champion.
But that must mean Seth Rollins has to go to Raw as well.
For travel stuff. Yeah.
Does that mean Edge will stay on SmackDown
And have some
and
new
then
feuds.
have some new feuds?
I
So it's not that annoying feud anymore that everyone's bored of. Unless everyone is bored
And
of
Seth
it.
Rollins'
I'm bored
laugh is... Oh yeah. Burn it down. Insert music here. So yeah, now we're just looking at some lovely furniture. So yeah, as we said, we do call this Snackdown, which means snacks. So I'm going to go and put the oven on.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to put on some garlic bread.
Okay.
Do you want some?
Mm.
We think I've got 2 flatbreads, haven't we?
Mm.
Do you want to entertain?
Where is it?
Different channel.
Oh.
It's the Dispo Wrestling channel.
Just having a little pause break
Well, shall we make some snacks? Because we do call it Snackdown.
We call it Snackdown more than we do Smackdown.
We do.
No, we say like Raw and Snackdown.
More than Snackdown, yeah, by accident. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the newest member to Friday Night Smackdown. She is the Raw Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair.
Oh, it's Charlotte Flair's bit.
Charlotte, how will your strategy change now that you're competing on a completely new roster? Kayla, where are your manners? Journalism 101. Shouldn't you congratulate me for being the first overall draft pick of the women's division? Yes, congratulations, Charlotte. Thank you. Thank you. Of course, Fox took the opportunity to draft the most decorated female in the history of sports entertainment. I mean, Fox knows who the real face is. Long live the queen.
Well, Charlotte Flair did have it. Ah, Kevin Owens.
Right. Right, I'm back. So, I figured that was just Charlotte Flair being like, I can't wait to bring my pompousness to SmackDown, long live the Queen.
Basically.
Okay. Didn't miss much there then.
No, not at all.
So now Kevin Owens is coming out. Did I hear something about a talk show?
I don't know.
Is the audio okay?
No.
That's alright, it's a bit tinny, but...
He's basically like the Logan Paul of wrestling.
Syncing issues again. For some reason, the app always does it. I never have any issues when we watch it on the telly. But for some reason, Ask Why's not working. Oh, okay, it's a match. It's a match between Happy Corbin and Kevin Owens.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have mentioned that.
Oh, did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Happy Corbin's come out with someone.
No.
Oh, that random dude who attacked Kevin Owens last week. So Happy Corbin's come out wearing his leopard print shirt with his mate. That was pretty good. In case you missed that.
I missed that.
In case you missed that. So Happy Corbin v Kevin Owens. Baron Corbin's come out with this guy who attacked Kevin Owens last week. His name is Mad Cat something. And he was like, Happy Corbin said, let me introduce you to him. Why don't you tell everyone a joke? And he was like, I've got two short jokes and a long joke. And he was like, joke, joke, joke.
Oh. It didn't sound like it's a joke. It just sounded like he was...
Making noises.
Yeah. Made more sense when you said it.
Oh, so that should be a DQ straight off the bat. The referee saw that. Anyone else would have got disqualified for that.
Ad break.
Ad break right on the DQ mark there. So, Kevin Owens was attacking Baron Corbin, and Corbin ran around the ring, ran inside the ring, and Kevin Owens got taken out by Mad Cat
Mum?
Mum.
That's what I heard. Mad Cat Mum. I don't know.
Okay. Mad Cat Mum.
I'm gonna be wrong.
Kind of swiped his arm and took out Kevin Owens' legs, and yeah, and that should have been a DQ because the ref saw it. And if Commander Aziz had done that and given someone a Samoan spike where he's like, then that would have been DQ. But no, the ref just went to check. The ref just checked on Kevin Owens like, "Are you okay?" Oh dear. You haven't ruined it. You actually have.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's right. I fixed it. Oh no, it's okay. So yeah, not a lot really happened in that match. To be fair, the bell rang, and then there was some beating up and running around for about a minute and a half, and then ad break. So I literally feel like WWE is 50% ads and 50% actual wrestling. Not even that. It's probably like 50% ads, 25% wrestling, and the other 25% is just gimmicks and little skits and talking and Alexa's Playground and all of that bollocks.
So it's nice that it's actually the draft.
Yeah, the draft is a really nice change. I've never seen one live before, and because I'm into it now, it's nice to see like a change, because we know who's on what show already. Incoming loud packet noise.
It's like that annoying person at the cinema.
Yeah, when you're watching like the trailers and that, and you're just like,
I'd sit back here.
well, at the beginning of the film, and you just hear that one person just open that big bag of crisps. Like,
I'll sit back real.
I will go and check the garlic bread very shortly.
I don't want people to see me eat, so I've got my
You've
knee
got
over my...
So yeah, so this is going to be just a match where this will probably just be.
Hope that I got loud snaps.
Now they're just showing a little trailer for the NXT 2.0 show. All the new colours and that take a lot of getting used to, but some people seem to like a couple of the new aspects of it. But I've never warmed to NXT. I know one person will get called up from the roster during the draft. I think that's a thing that happens every year.
Okay.
So I don't really know a lot of NXT people at the moment, so I think the one that people are going on about at the moment is someone who's just debuted on there. I can't remember his name, it's like Britt or something. Let's just come up with a quick reminder of the draft. So Roman Reigns is still on Smackdown, Big E is staying on Raw, Charlotte Flair's been drafted to Smackdown, and Bianca Belair has been drafted to Raw. So
Basically.
it was inevitable that you'd have Roman Reigns and Big E stay on their respective brands. Poor Kevin Owens, he's like a proper good athlete, and that, you know, he's not built like any other wrestler really. Like, he's not skinny and he's not really, you know, got the six pack and that, but he's a fucking good performer. God, what is it with this bloody issue with the delay in the speech and stuff? Like, it's so annoying.
I won't lie, I'm not even noticing it.
I just noticed it there. Jesus Christ. I just noticed it there. Moss, I think. I think his name is Madcap Moss.
It sounded like they said mum.
Okay, so it's Madcap Moss, I think. Kevin Owens is going for a cannonball. Or as Michael Cole just said, a running cannonball. Okay then. It's the phone. It's got to be the phone, because it's just crashed it. Now Madcap Moss is trying to interfere. Oh,
Nice.
the End of Days is such a good finisher. Happy Days.
Brilliant.
Pat McAfee is just such a good addition to Raw. Smackdown. Oh, End of Days again by Baron Corbin in the ring this time. 1, 2, 3, he's pinned him.
Oh, I wasn't bloody looking.
The End of Days is a good enough finisher to win any match, to be fair. But I don't like Happy Corbin. Poor Kevin Owens. There's a lot of talk of Kevin Owens potentially going to AEW. His contract hasn't got a lot left, apparently.
Yeah.
Right, I need to go quickly check food. I'm assuming Kevin Owens is going to attack him.
No. No, he didn't attack him.
Huh?
He didn't attack him.
No? Couple of minutes.
Trying to fancy one of my people's.
Couple minutes for him.
Takes about 20 minutes.
I haven't seen it up.
Hmm?
I haven't seen it up. But would you want both of them and Garlic bread? What's up to you?
I'm sitting in your head getting pizza. Quite tempted.
It was kind of predictable that Sasha Banks was going to turn up at Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it. I didn't necessarily expect it to be at Extreme Rules, but with the way that she just didn't turn up to SummerSlam.
Fancy something sweet.
Okay. Yeah, with the way that Sasha Banks just randomly turned up at Sasha Banks was always going to turn back up at some point. She was always going to come back and, beat the shit out of Bianca Belair for no reason. But Sasha Banks v Bianca Belair is happening tonight as well. Yeah, there we go. Later on tonight, Bianca Belair v Sasha Banks. Next Friday, the King of the Ring tournament is back. And introducing the Queen's Crown tournament. Oh, so King of the Ring's coming back. On the season premiere of Smackdown. Are you doing it? Who's the other one?
I'd break.
I'd break again.
Yeah. I didn't expect it. Oh. Yes, please.
What's the sound from?
And break.
Or did you turn it down?
Yeah. But I said about my pizzas, and now there's a blooming Domino's advert. Thank you. Didn't realise you were doing me one. Didn't realise you were doing me one, otherwise I wouldn't have said about the pizza.
You didn't realise what?
You were doing me one.
Yeah, that's what I brought back too.
Yeah,
That's what we always do.
No, otherwise I wouldn't have said about the pizza.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. We've got our Smackdown snacks.
Garlic bread.
Garlic bread. You can't go wrong with garlic bread.
No.
There is no better side. There is no better starter. There is no better bit of bread.
No.
No, definitely not. Got some ads for some cars. Is it too hot to eat?
Quite hot.
Is it quite hot?
It's not too hot.
Are you ready?
How long are these blooming ads?
I don't know. Maybe it's an American thing because BT has it from Fox because it's Fox does it in America, I think. Friday Night Smackdown. Yeah,
Is it?
yeah. WWE's on Fox, I think. Probably SmackDown is. Oh, next round of draft picks.
Ooh.
Here we go. So, another 4 people. I reckon we'll get drafted right now.
We're drafting half of the WWE roster tonight, and the other half Monday on Raw. With that being said, the first pick in the second round of the 2021 WWE Draft, Friday Night Smackdown selects the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
Drew McIntyre is on
I said
SmackDown.
that. I said that, didn't I?
Drew McIntyre has been
I
drafted.
said he needs that push.
Yeah.
Universal Championship.
Yeah. So Drew McIntyre has been drafted to SmackDown, which puts him in the Universal title picture.
Yes.
Raw. RK Bro are staying on Raw. Interesting that they've chosen a tag team straight away, so SmackDown have another pick. Because they've chosen 2 in 1 there, haven't they, technically?
The endlessly entertaining Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods.
Oh, wow.
So they've been split up.
The New Day have been drafted to SmackDown, which has split up the New Day again. So Big E, when Big E became the WWE champion, he was on Raw, briefly reunited with the New Day, and now they've been drafted back to SmackDown, so opposite brands again. Interesting. Raw picking. Edge has been drafted to Raw.
Okay.
Wow. Puts him in the WWE title picture. Wow.
Maybe they're trying to get the views over.
So in that round, Drew McIntyre has been drafted to SmackDown. RK Bro are staying on Raw. The New Day are on SmackDown now. So Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Big E stays on Raw. And Edge has been drafted to Raw.
So I reckon they're trying to move the views over to Raw.
Yeah.
Welcome one of the newest WWE superstars to join Friday Night Smackdown. He is the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. Hey Drew. So on Monday Night Raw, you were WWE champion 2 times, and you led the company through very uncertain times. So where's your mindset now that you've been drafted to Friday Night Smackdown?
I'm excited. I'm very excited. My wheels are turning. I'm thinking about a lot of things. Most of all, I'm so proud of everything I was able to.
Matches his flag better.
I'm also
With
thinking
the blue and the white, it does, doesn't it?
a lot of people remember, but I started
It's a lot more Scottish,
Yeah, that's
SmackDown.
what I mean.
I was so young, I was so immature, full of hopes and dreams, the chosen one. Things didn't work out. I've never forgotten about that, and I've always
Drew McIntyre on SmackDown is really interesting.
I've been saying about that for months.
I think maybe the New Day and RK Bro both count as one separate pick because they're champions. Well, RK Bro are champions and they're a tag team. Like they're a
Which
set
they've
tag
done
team.
with, the, championships. With the, titles. Hey, I said that.
So Drew McIntyre's just basically put his sword down the camera and basically said he's coming for the Universal title. So there you go. Instantly he's in the picture. And out comes Edge. I'm going to miss him on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But hopefully it puts him in the title picture. I was alright then. Obviously it was all for act, but
Obviously, yeah.
so Edge is coming back to, I'm assuming, settle the score with Seth Rollins before he moves to Raw. Unless Seth Rollins gets drafted to Raw.
Unless Becky Lynch stays on SmackDown.
Oh, and the whole them both being on the same show thing is a temporary thing.
Oh.
I think there's another ad break
Seth
coming up.
Rollins.
Another ad break coming up, I think. So Edge is back. He's going to confront Seth Rollins about all the shit that he's been doing and all the stuff he's been saying and all of that bollocks. Is there no break? I don't know, I did the whole coming up next, yeah, there we go. Wow, okay, so wow, that's a really interesting second round. So Drew McIntyre at SmackDown, RK Bro on Raw, New Day on SmackDown, and
that
Edge
blog?
on Raw. Oh, what, this? I believe it is meant to be an alert box, so if something comes up, then it will come up there. But nothing's come up yet because no one's watching.
There they are.
It's this and that.
Is it? But it said 1 viewer when I was on it. And then it changed to 2.
I don't know. Using the ad break to finish off my garlic bread. Oh,
Ugh.
weird ad. A very weird advert. Right.
It's mad to have to think I drink that of Monster every day.
What?
A bottle of that.
No.
Yeah. It's 500 mils, isn't it?
It's a pint.
Yeah.
568.
Get a little bit more then. I've got my phone.
Well, do it then. You don't have to give it up. Okay, we're back.
Oh.
Motorcycle insurance. Here tonight on Smackdown in Baltimore, Edge is in the ring. We're going to show you what this is all about. Want to take you back to 3 weeks ago. Madison Square Garden SummerSlam rematch. Edge versus
Oh,
Really?
fucking hell. BT, sort. Oh.
a decade of his career because of extensive neck surgery. And because of that stop by Rollins, Edge had to be stretchered out of Madison Square Garden.
So now a little recap of all the stuff that happened.
You're gonna crawl yourself to the ring. You're gonna look the entire world me in my eye, and you're going to tell that I'm superior to you in every single way.
I'm sick of this app. Excuse me. That was garlicky. At least we get to see a good Edge promo.
First of all, thank you, Baltimore, for that reaction. See, that's why this is the best job in the world. And, you know, earlier today, I was thinking, and it dawned on me that I am the only talent here that was actually on the first episode of Smackdown.
Wow. No, I didn't think of that.
And because of that, Smackdown has always felt like my home. But as we just saw, I have been drafted to Monday Night Raw. It's cool. I'm super excited about it. It's a whole new set of opponents, and it's a challenge. Which brings me to Seth Rollins. See, you all just saw that Seth hit his stomp on me 3 weeks ago in Madison Square Garden, and I was stretchered
So Edge wants Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins has just turned up on the Titantron, just like.
Been impressed, man. You said that you'd be at Smackdown this week, and what do you know? There you are in the center of the ring. Just a couple of problems, though. One small one, You're not really saying the things that I need you to say. You know, you're not announcing your retirement. You're not telling the world that I am not Edge Light, and you're not answering my challenge. But the bigger problem is that when you said you were going to be at Smackdown this week, I tend not to believe a single word that comes out of your mouth ever. And so I didn't believe you. You're a liar. Plain and simple. And I'm not. See, I'm an honest man. So unfortunately, the big problem is that I'm not at Smackdown this week. I am, in fact,
So Seth Rollins is at Edge's house, I think. So Seth Rollins has turned up at Edge's house. And the door's open. And now he's looking for his wife, Beth Phoenix.
oh man. I know you live out in the middle of nowhere, but you lock your doors, man. What is wrong with you? What a house.
Not breaking it in, man.
Yeah. So Edge came out to the ring to answer Seth Rollins' challenge. Seth Rollins then came up on the
This is like a
Titantron.
Friends episode.
Seth Rollins then turned up on the Titantron and said, well, I'm not at Smackdown, I'm actually outside your house. And now he's inside the house. So now he's inside Edge's house, eating his food and drinking his juice.
Who puts apples in the fridge?
Edge. Did he get the apple? Did he get an apple from the fridge?
Yeah.
That's the girls. That's the girls' artwork, huh? I know they're young, but that's rotten. That is rotten. That's truly awful. You do not have a future in art. That is for sure. Save electricity at least on the way out of the B&E we're witnessing. How cute is that? That is adorable. My goodness. You're a lucky man, Edge. A lucky man. No. No.
If this is actually Edge's house, his house is incredible.
Amazing. What a
It wouldn't be his house though, surely.
daughters are gorgeous. Thank God they look like Beth, right?
There's a sinking comment again.
Luxurious. My friend. I'm sure that's like his description. Sit on this too. Oh, Nora, little fireplace action. You are a lucky man, my friend. Does that tree look sweet? This is the homiest home I've ever been in my entire life.
Nice house.
Yeah, that makes me feel well uncomfortable though. Just the thought of that, do you know what I mean?
Well, that would be why Edge ran off.
Where are you? Don't
Edge is now calling Beth Phoenix his wife.
I don't care about the groceries. Go to your brothers, okay? Listen to me. Seth is at the house, okay? I'm calling Daniel and David. They're heading over there. Just go to your brothers and you call me when you get there and you stay there. Do you understand? Okay. All right, just go. I love you. Just go. Oh, Daniel and David, call the police. A psychopath is roaming through Edge's house right now, sitting on his couch.
Oh, it's blooming Carmella.
Never seen in my life. At a fireplace though.
Oh, is she wrestling? Oh, fuck's sake. Get rid of her, send her out the ball.
Carmella all smiles here tonight, but this past Sunday at Extreme Rules in the kickoff show, things did not go her way against Liv Morgan.
Yeah, she'd be a good one to send to Raw.
Ella certainly is money, but hasn't had much momentum in the ring as of late. Self-proclaimed most beautiful woman in the WWE has eaten a lot of L's in the ring as of late, and Liv Morgan, her opponent, has been on quite a hot streak.
We like Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan called her win over Carmella the best feeling of her career this past Sunday. But she said keep watching because the best is yet to come.
I think it's been down to 2 now.
Huh?
It's been down to 1 now.
Weird.
So I was hoping someone was watching it.
So, Liv Morgan v Carmella in women's singles match. Carmella is just really not worth the time of anyone. Carmella just pisses me off. She could just be standing there and not saying a thing and I'll just be like, ugh. It's like an Eva Marie effect.
Yeah, she's shit.
Eva Marie should just be someone who works in PR
Yeah.
or admin or something. Or a children's entertainer. Or something like that.
I told you when I first went onto it, it said 1 and then it changed to 2. That's why I was like, oh, if someone's watching it.
Okay, so we've got Liv Morgan v Carmella coming up. We like Liv Morgan.
I said that.
We do like Liv Morgan. Don't like Carmella. After that match will probably be another round of the draft.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm guessing maybe 4 rounds tonight and 4 rounds on Monday. Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, so far so good for Smackdown. I know Carmella has to be there, but they've been better without her. I reckon we should do another stream on Monday, you know. the second half of the draft. Adverts are really shit, aren't they?
It's so bloody long as well, which doesn't help.
I've not known any program to have ads this long and this consistent. You know, so maybe it is an American thing then, because it would all be broadcast from there, so the stocks would be on their time, wouldn't it?
And imagine how
Because
many
they'll be told
ads
when
they
to
have
go
to
right.
go through because of how many companies they have.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of fast food ones.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Cheeky little ad for the boxing then. Fury v Wilder 3, because they didn't make enough money the first 2 times. And we're back with Friday night Smackdown. Smackdown.
Wish I bought donuts.
Oh, I nearly bought donuts as well.
You bitch. That's the last chance you're ever gonna have to try to destroy my beautiful face. Ladies!
Okay, so Liv Morgan just straight off the bat just punched her in the face, which I commend highly. And Carmella's now having a mask put on her to prevent her face from being damaged. Oh my god.
What the hell is that?
What the actual fuck have they done to her now? So she's basically put on this Slipknot looking mask, but with like loads
Looks
of
more like a
glitter on it.
balaclava.
It's like a sequined balaclava almost, but like a mask to protect her face from being hit. She looks absolutely ridiculous, and now she's taken the mask off. Why would you put it on to then take it off if you want your face protected? And that's it. The music's ended. Well, Carmella's music's hit. There was no match. There was no match, although I thought that was meant to be a match. There was no pinfall. That was meant to be a match. There was no pinfall or nothing. Babe, the next round of the draft starting.
Oh,
Oh, here we go. So Smackdown's pick. Oh, okay. So Smackdown have drafted Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss.
Smackdown.
Yes, so Smackdown, yeah, Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss.
Okay.
Hang on. Yeah. Monday Night Raw. Okay, Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH have been drafted to Raw. Although they're already on Raw anyway.
They're staying.
Yeah, so they're staying on Raw. So Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH staying on Raw. Happy Corbin and this Madcap Moss guy are staying on SmackDown, although no one gives a shit.
oh, here's a good.
And with the next pick, Friday Night Smackdown selects the hottest group in NXT. Top Dollar, Ashante the Adonis, Swerve, and Travis Hit Row.
Okay, so Hit Row have been drafted to SmackDown from NXT, who are a young group, I think. So that's cool. So that's one of the NXT people being, one of the NXT groups being pushed. And Keith Lee has been drafted to Raw, although he was on there anyway, so he's staying put. Okay. I still don't get the whole Bearcat thing. Just keep him as he is. So round 3 of the draft. So Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss are staying put on SmackDown. Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH staying put on Raw. Keith Lee is also staying put on Raw. And Hit Row have been pushed onto SmackDown from NXT. So Hit Row have gone from NXT to SmackDown. So, and out come the New Day. Oh, the New Day have come up with the Street Profits.
Well, that could be cool.
And they've brought all the cups down as well. That's cool. So the Street Profits and the New Day have come out. Street Profits have done their Red Cups reigning thing. But it's the New Day without Big E.
Look at these.
Oh, 8-man tag team match. So you've got the New Day and the Street Profits against what looks like the Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, and Chad Gable and Otis.
Get ready. It's time for the savings event of the year.
And another ad break. Because we've not had enough of them already.
Oh, I thought we were back for a minute. I thought they were doing another draft.
Don't want to eat these on camera because it looks sloppy as fuck. We should have muted ourselves during this bit.
We're back.
First of the Friday Night Smackdown roster, the 11-time tag team champions of the New Day in the Street Profits former tag team. On the side of the ring, we have representing the Dirty Dogs, former tag champs in the Alpha Academy. Otis and
I've eaten way too much food.
fascinating matchup.
I've just noticed something.
Not sure we could have expected.
What?
It's an 8-man tag team match, but the New Day are from Raw. I know they said that both Raw and SmackDown people are there, so I suppose that explains that. Right? So we've got Roman Reigns SmackDown, Big E Raw, Charlotte Flair SmackDown, Bianca Belair Raw, Drew McIntyre SmackDown, RK Bro Raw, The New Day SmackDown, and Edge Raw. And Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss SmackDown, Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH Raw, Hit Row from NXT to SmackDown, and Keith Bearcat Lee to Raw. But yeah, 8-man tag match at the moment. New
Did
Day-
well to remember all that.
It's there.
Oh.
It's coming across the screen. So yeah, Street Profits and the New Day against the Dirty Dogs and the Alpha Academy. I wonder if they're going to end the draft picks tonight with like some really interesting and big calls. Do you know what I mean? Well, Chad Gable was proper athletic, you know. Chad Gable goes for the ankle lock. Montez Ford just floored him with some kicks. Oh,
Oh.
and Montez Ford with some bitch slaps to everyone on the side. And he's knocked down Otis. But he's been kicked in the stomach by Chad Gable. Oh, Otis has caught Montez Ford and slammed him down on the apron. And then he's thrown him against the barricade. Montez Ford went for some kind of crossbody. He got caught, slams onto the apron. Otis then threw him over dramatically into the fucking barricade. Another ad break.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. So overall, SmackDown is bringing the goods tonight so far.
Mainly because of the excitement of the draft.
Yeah, like the draft is like, yeah. The draft is always exciting because it's like a fresh start.
Like a reset.
Yeah. I miss the older days where you had like general managers who were like at war with each other, and they'd make like a proper interesting kind of.
Like steal each other's.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, like, yeah, there was a time where like Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman were general managers of Raw and SmackDown, respectively, and then there was like a whole feud between them there. So, you know, that kind of shit is much better than just having Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville sitting there going, and SmackDown picks, and Raw picks, and SmackDown picks. You know, when they're general managers for both Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
It's not like Adam Pearce is Raw and Sonya Deville with SmackDown. You get loud food. So we've probably got about 45, 50 minutes left of SmackDown. And it normally tends to go on for about 2 hours. You turn it down on the ads so you haven't got to hear all the boring stuff to do with like...
And technically we're not supposed to show it.
Yeah, and technically it's advertising and stuff. Some food, stuff, some stuff to do with cars, and TV shows coming up.
Nothing very interesting.
No. I don't know why you'd put so many ads into... Like, I get it's a 2-hour show. But do one like every 15, 20 minutes. Don't do it inconsistently. Like, don't have 20 minutes and then have like 3 ads in the space of the next 10.
And a lot of them are repeated, so it's not.
Mm. Oh. You never really get to see Chad Gable in the ring. It's quite good to watch. That was cool. Montez Ford went for some kind of over-the-top rope, I don't know, neck breaker or something, and Chad Gable kind of reversed it and turned it into a pin. It's pretty cool. Well, WWE Live is live in Mexico tomorrow, and they're doing this, and then they've got to go to Mexico. Oh, that was like a double-handed slap. Did you see that? It kind of like went up like that.
I seem to always miss the... Miss the good stuff.
Hmm?
I always miss the good stuff.
Angelo Dawkins is in, Robert Roode is in. Angelo Dawkins takes out Otis and takes out Bobby Roode and then Dolph Ziggler. Bobby Roode hits him with a kick. Angelo Dawkins has been Irish whipped and he's jumped over Bobby Roode and he's hit him with some diving uppercut thing. Throws Chad Gable about a little bit. Does some fancy looking DDT / suplex on Bobby Roode. Pins for the 2 and then Otis comes in. It's just carnage now, there's bodies flying everywhere. Otis is in the ring making everyone look tiny. Oh, never mind, he went, oh, Montez Ford is going to fly, there we go. Nice. Oh, well that was short-lived. He just got met with a fucking super kick to the face by Dolph Ziggler. And then Kofi Kingston's come around and thrown himself on Dolph Ziggler. Robert Roode with the spine buster, the 2 count. Good match to watch. There's a lot going on. We've got Otis in there trying to fuck some shit up. Kofi Kingston flying off of stairs and Montez Ford, flying 1,000 feet in the air. Kofi Kingston's been tagged in. And Xavier Woods is now legal. The New Day are doing some tag team thing. I'm assuming it's their tag team finisher. 1, 2, 3, the New Day, yeah. So the New Day and the Street Profits have won. I'm assuming that was their finisher move, the New Day's finisher move. I have no idea. There will be an interesting partnership to, you know, potentially see on SmackDown. Street Profits and the New Day.
Yeah.
That's giving, that's with the possibility, well, that's assuming that Street Profits don't get drafted to Raw. Okay. Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks is up next. Which means another ad. There you go. And another syncing issue. So I don't know if this means there's going to be another round in the draft. Has there been 4 or has there been 3? I feel like there's been 3.
Yeah.
You comfy, babe?
Mm-hmm.
So you're completely flopped on me.
Where's the cuddle not comfy?
No, it's not that. It's just that night. Just... Yeah, I think we're into the last half hour now, don't it? It finishes about 3 o'clock.
Yeah. I'm just in an ad break.
I thought I said there were 7 people watching for a sec. I was like, bloody hell. No, just the 2. If you've tuned in, thank you for doing so. It's the first time we've done a reaction stream. But we'll be back with another reaction stream on Monday night for Monday Night Raw, as it will be the second half of the draft.
So we'll get to see you.
Get to see what?
Who goes where?
Oh. I didn't think you finished your sentence. So we'll get to see... I thought that was it.
No.
My back's a bit uncomfortable, I won't lie to you. Oh, I'm sitting like that's a lot easier. I don't know why I didn't sit like that. It's like I was hunched forward the whole time. That's why, because the screen's really far away.
Mhm. That's what I think about doing this thing.
And you're like proper, like
Exactly.
just behind the text.
Exactly.
We may have company. So in half an hour, will that, well, considering that, you know, there's a million adverts, you know, will the last thing be Sasha Banks v Belair, do you reckon? Or will there be another round in the
Maybe.
draft? So 4, 8, 12, 16. So technically 16 if you count the tag teams as like 1. 16 have been picked.
That's a lot.
That is a lot, isn't it?
Mm.
I don't know how many people. I don't know if it's like a roster of like 30 or what.
Mm.
But the New Day are 2, Arcade Bro are 2. So 18. And then an extra 3 for Hit Row from NXT.
Mm.
So that's 21 people technically that have already been drafted.
Mhm.
But that's not just to SmackDown though.
Yeah.
Or just to Raw. That's, you know, kind of split. So, I don't know. We'll just have to fucking wait and see. So if Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair coming up next, does that mean Becky Lynch would get involved somehow? Or would there be some kind of interference there?
Maybe.
Oh, we're back. Oh. Oh, a little promo about all of the good things that all the superstars do for everybody. No.
So I was really glad I was a part of that Boys and Girls Club to be able to get that kind of encouragement.
Still doesn't change the fact that he was in a sex tape.
I was literally just about to say.
Nick Mysterio have both been drafted to Raw.
I told you they were trying to move the views across.
Yeah, but why not split them up? A split was inevitable. So another pick for SmackDown. Jeff Hardy is on SmackDown.
Yay.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Nice. Guess we'll get to see more of him.
Oh, I hope he does. I hope they do something with him.
Universal Championship.
So the final pick from night one for Raw. Oh wow, okay. Another NXT pick. Austin Theory has been drafted to Raw. So that's it for night one of the draft. So the final round is giving us Jeff Hardy to SmackDown, which is probably the most interesting out of the lot. Here we go. So Naomi is staying on SmackDown. Ray and Dominic Mysterio have been drafted to Raw. Jeff Hardy has been drafted to SmackDown, and Austin Theory has been called up from NXT and been drafted onto Raw. Jeff Hardy on SmackDown is brilliant.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest, who we just learned is one of the newest members of Friday Night Smackdown. He is the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. Jeff, like I said, we just learned that you were one of the newest members to...
Oh, Jeff Hardy and Brock Lesnar stare down. Oh, well, Jeff Hardy was going to have an interview. Brock Lesnar scared him off, and now Brock Lesnar's talking.
My apologies for interrupting. Excuse me, thank you.
Well, Brock Lesnar's going to have a word with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a public announcement I'd like to share. I'd like to thank my good friend, Paul Heyman. Because of Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar is a free agent. All because of Paul. And all because of that, Brock Lesnar gets to do whatever Brock Lesnar wants to do.
Wow. Okay, well, that answers what's happening with Brock Lesnar in the draft. So Brock Lesnar has announced that he's going to be a free agent. He's not going to go Raw or SmackDown. He's basically do whatever he wants. And now the camera's cut to the bloodline.
Are you good friends with Brock Lesnar? Let me ask you something, Paul. Are we good friends? You're my tribal chief. Because if we're good friends, that means you look out for me. And if you look out for me, that means you look out for my family. Well, my cousin's drafted to Smackdown tonight. Your cousin's been drafted to Smackdown on Monday and Raw. It's all figured out. It's a strategy. They're manipulations. It's a strategy. Negotiation. A negotiation. My tribal chief. My tribal chief. I am the wise man. He's the wise man. He's my wise man. He's our wise man. He's the wise man. You're the wise man when I say you're the wise man.
Tension rising between Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman.
All right, wise man. Let's follow the strategy. Let's stick to the plan. I want you to go to Rome on Monday, and I want you to make sure that my cousins are drafted to SmackDown. Do you
Okay, so Brock Lesnar said, because of my good friend Paul Heyman, I'm a free agent.
No, you're saying about the twins going to.
Yeah, but I'm saying, hang on.
That you're to be drafted to Smackdown. And if you're not, leave him for dead or wrong.
Right, okay. So, Brock Lesnar interrupted Jeff Hardy's little interview after the draft round. Brock Lesnar basically said, because of my good friend Paul Heyman, I'm not going to be on Raw or SmackDown. I'm a free agent. So I'm going to go around and do whatever I want. Camera then pans to the Bloodline and Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman have a chat, and Roman Reigns is being like, you know, are you good friends with Brock Lesnar, are you? And Paul Heyman's like, no, you're my tribal chief. I'm the wise man. And Roman Reigns is just all like, yeah, no, whatever. You know, and tensions are rising there. And, yeah, basically, Roman Reigns told Paul Heyman to go to Raw on Monday and make sure that the Usos are drafted to SmackDown on Monday. Ugh. Roman Reigns told Paul Heyman to go to Raw on Monday and make sure that the Usos get drafted to SmackDown. And towards the end of the promo, Roman Reigns said to the Usos that Roman Reigns has told the Usos to also go with Paul Heyman, and if they don't get drafted to SmackDown, then to just leave Paul Heyman or something. Either way, there is something definitely happening with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. It's just a case of it coming out, which will probably be at Crown Jewel. But that answers the question to what happens with Brock Lesnar. But there you go. Brock Lesnar's going to be a free agent and kind of roam between Raw and SmackDown. Which could potentially foreshadow the Usos going to Raw and Lesnar kind of just, you know, having free reign to do whatever he wants, where he wants. So that's all the draft stuff done with for tonight. Until Monday. So, you know, some really interesting choices. Some proper interesting picks, and, you know, already it kind of sets up for a really interesting change. And now we're on to Bianca Belair. Oh, I thought we were. On to Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks, but no, another ad break, because, you know, 27 or however many we've had isn't enough. And look at Em, she's getting tired.
I'm sleepy.
This is going to end up, well, at the moment, it looks like it could be one of them dodgy webcam sites. It's got to be said, this is probably the best Smackdown that we have watched in a while. I know it is primarily because of the draft, but still. Don't worry, we'll be in bed soon. I can see how tired you're getting. Let's show Em some love as well, because it's very late. And, you know, she's probably gotten into wrestling since we've been together though, haven't you, Bobs?
Yeah.
It's nice. Gives me someone to talk about it with.
Exactly. I just hate the fact that it's on
So late.
so late on a day that I wake up early.
Yeah. See, I can see Friday Night Smackdown is such a good idea. But have like Saturday Night Raw or something. Or Friday Night Raw and Saturday Night Smackdown. You know. But Monday Night Raw Monday Night Raw has always been a thing though. But a Friday and a Saturday I feel like would be easier, but it's just getting the TV time in it. And I imagine in America there's probably more family friendly stuff on Saturday nights. You know, like game shows or whatever. Interesting that potentially SummerSlam's going to be in the UK next year though.
Yeah.
Big rumours going around saying that it's going to be Cardiff though.
Just random. I'd have thought it'd have been Wembley.
You'd think so, because it was at Wembley 30 years ago.
Hmm.
Don't know. It's handy, I know how to get to Wembley.
Hmm.
It's a lot more convenient than going to Cardiff.
Hmm.
Don't mind, we're just waiting for it all to start again. Really?
I'm just trying not to fall asleep.
How's that working for you? Lying down pretty much asleep on me.
Not great.
Well, we'll be back on in a sec so we can sit up. There are some fucking weird adverts on the telly, man. Oh. Here we go.
Oh.
So it's done a little summary of the draft. So Smackdown have Hit Row. I'm not gonna be able to read them that fast. Hit Row, Happy Corbin, and yeah, no, I'm not gonna read that fast. But yeah, either way, you can't see me there. Well, yeah, because we're back on. You can't really see it though if we're like back.
Hmm.
Here we go, so we're finally getting that long overdue match between Belair and Banks, but here comes fucking Becky Lynch. Oh, Becky. Becky Lynch has decided to come out right as the match is about to kick off. Oh, okay. A Crown Jewel, Smackdown Women's Championship triple threat match. Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and so many names. It's just come up saying that apparently Crown Jewel is a triple threat match for the Smackdown Women's title. Belair v Banks v Lynch. It looks like Becky Lynch is joining on commentary.
Cheap shot? No, excuse me, that was genius. She was ready. She was ready for a match. She just didn't know she'd be against the greatest of all time.
I think there's a bit of a sinking issue again. Jesus Christ. Come on, there's only 15 minutes left. Just work for us for a little bit, please, please, please. Oh. Jesus. Becky Lynch, did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
You disappeared. Becky Lynch saying like, I don't think that I should have to face against two people. Why should Sasha Banks get a match when she's just come back out of nowhere? And it's just like pot kettle black. Well, I know how this is going to go. It's going to be a case of Bianca Belair probably winning and then having a stare down with Becky, then leading up, then doing some kind of build up for their triple threat match. Well, Bianca Belair could have just put her away with a move there, but just decided to take too long, trying to spell EST. There you go, Belair's on 10%. There is a charger there, but it's not plugged in. Oh, Becky Lynch is flexing her biceps at Michael Cole. Not a lot happening here, guys, really. Just standard stuff. Bianca Belair going for the KOD. Oh, she's countered it. Oh, with a kick to the face. And then Bianca Belair has just completely annihilated Banks with a clothesline from fucking... That was brutal. Don't tell me there's another ad break. Are you serious? There's like no time left. Fox or WWE, BT, whoever is doing this, please chill with your fucking adverts. I know America has a lot of places and a lot of companies want to get their airtime, but there is literally like 10 minutes left of this. What is the actual point? We've probably seen about 2 minutes of them wrestling and about 6 minutes of adverts. I might do an edit of this if I can. Just because of the draft and stuff. We're streaming for a couple of hours now. When wrestling goes to like ad breaks and that, when it's live, it must be so awkward for like the wrestlers and that. Just kind of in the meantime, they've just got to ad lib and just do like improvised punches to each other and stuff until they get like and you're back on. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just. Come on, it'll be nice to see how this match panned out. Why? I could just see your leg. Alright. You're all going to sound so tired on this stream. Even that laugh sounded tired. It was like... Well, at least this is going to be the last advert now.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not then. Oh, excuse me. Here we go. There you go, we're back.
I didn't agree to this.
Michael Cole just like made the most perfect point.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch was like, why should I have to do this fight? Why should I have to do this? Why should I have to do that? And Michael Cole went, because champions have to defend their title in difficult situations. She was like, well, I'm the man. It's like, no. It doesn't work like that.
We do know the Raw Women's Champion is now part of Smackdown. Charlotte Flair.
Yes, we do.
And look at Banks unloading on Bianca Belair.
Technically, that's still my championship. Actually, I should be Becky two belts again, really, because I never lost it.
14-time champ Charlotte.
So yeah, there's been 16 picks. There's been 16 picks today in the first part of the draft. Oh, Bianca Belair's gone for like some kind of variation of a glam slam, that looked like. Oh, and as Sasha Banks kicked out, I think she inadvertently knocked Bianca Belair into the referee and kind of knocked him over. That was quite funny. Well, it's all Bianca Belair in this match, to be fair. She's just hitting her with moves, and Becky Lynch, in the meantime, is just chatting bollocks on commentary. Basically, yeah, she's just proper being up herself and saying that she's like the greatest thing since sliced bread. Alright, I can see you when the thing just keep drifting off. Ah! Oh, sorry. I don't know if that was meant to last as long as it did, but she tried to do like a tornado DDT, and she was up on top of Bianca Belair for ages trying to hold it for like 10 seconds before she hit her with it. That just looked very messy, like they were meant to do it sooner, but they almost had to like readjust themselves or something, I don't know. Sasha Banks with a frog splash. Card 2. I don't know if I'm warming to Becky Lynch or not. I've just always found her a little bit meh. I mean, she's a big name, and I prefer her over Charlotte Flair, but I don't know. I think it's just I don't really like arrogance.
Yeah.
I get heels have to be arrogant, but still, it's just like... Oh. Oh, we're going now. Becky Lynch is getting involved a little bit. Belair went for some counter. So Sasha Banks tried to do something to, I think it was like a power bomb off the apron. Belair countered and did like a moonsault or something. Oh, we go. Sasha Banks is going to steal the win. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So I know that all happened quite quickly, so I'll try and briefly explain. So Bianca Belair was trying to counter a move of Sasha Banks. Oh, Charlotte Flair has come out of absolutely nowhere and just decided to kick Belair in the face and Banks in the face. And now there's a standoff between Charlotte Flair in the ring with her Raw title and Becky Lynch on the announcer's table with her Smackdown title. And that is how Smackdown has ended out.
Oh.
Smackdown plays out with Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch eyeing each other up from opposite sides of... Yeah. Okay, interesting. So in case you missed what I was briefly saying there about what happened at the end there, Belair tried to counter a move that Banks did outside the ring, knocked into Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch was like, "What are you doing?" Started to get all square up in her face and stuff. As Belair was going back into the ring, Becky Lynch kind of held onto her ponytail and caused her to get distracted. Banks rolled her up for the 1, 2, 3. And then after the match, Charlotte Flair came out of nowhere and kicked Belair in the face, kicked Banks in the face, and then the end of SmackDown was Charlotte Flair in the ring with her Raw Women's title and Becky Lynch on the announcer's table with her SmackDown Women's title. So that was SmackDown. That was night 1 of the draft. And that was our first live stream on this channel. You look absolutely knackered.
Yeah, I've been at work.
We do SmackDown most nights, but it's been a long week. So, yeah, if you stuck around, if you enjoyed it, then awesome. We'll be back on Monday, same kind of time, and we'll be reacting to the second part of the draft and seeing what happens on Raw. Babe, you were proper light. Then at least try and look a little bit awake for the end. So we'll be back on Monday for the second part of the draft with our reactions to that and with everything else that happens on Monday Night Raw. But yeah, and a big thanks to Em for staying up and joining in on the first live stream of the channel. That came out really weird. Big thanks to Em for featuring on this stream and for staying up as tired as you are.
It's alright.
To react along with the draft with me. SmackDown did really well tonight. Much better than it has done in previous weeks.
Yeah.
But be sure to come back here same time on Monday, where we'll be reacting to Monday Night Raw and the second part of the draft. And you'll be able to find us here on Dispo Wrestling, Monday same time. But thank you for sticking around and thank you for joining us on the live stream, and we'll see you on Monday.